Hey, it's Guard here, and today I've got a real simple little thing to show you on how to make some lettering, like if you want to put some lettering on the outside of your vehicle, like where I replaced the big labels for water, like fresh water and city water and all that. This is a real simple way of doing it, and I'll show you how to save some money. So stand by and I'll show you the tricks. There's a website that I really like using. It's called doityourselflettering.com. It's real simple. Let me get to the home page on the home page would look like this. So when you go to doityourselflettering.com, you can design online. Okay, now the first thing you want to do is have a general idea of what you want to say and the size. Okay, so for example, let's say you want to make a thing that says, beware of attack Chihuahua, C-H-I, was it H-U-A, they don't even help you spell it right there. Okay, there we go, beware of attack Chihuahua. So now this is what the lettering is going to say, and I've picked the size and height over here. So you can have inches per letter, like there could be 2 inches tall, or I could say 3 inches tall. And now it'll tell you the letter is going to be 3 inches tall because it's all in one line, and it's going to be 55 inches long, so it's way too big. So if you went back in here and added a carriage return, and let's see, it should reset. There we go. Now it's going to be 7 inches tall and 33 inches long. So that's pretty big. We're going to drop it down to like a 2-inch letter, just to kind of make it a little more reasonable. And it should update that. It will in a second. So let's do this. Okay, so we have this, and if you're putting it on whatever color vehicle you're putting it on, you can pick a background. The background doesn't print, only the letters print, but it gives you an idea. This little checkerboard back here. So like if you were putting it on a gray vehicle, or if you were putting it on a black vehicle. So if you were putting it on a black vehicle, you'd say, oh, that's not good because you can't see the letters. So on the next tab here, it says pick a font, and we're going to pick a nice font. We're going to call it, well, actually you can come down here and you can see the fonts, but you see they're kind of hard to read. So we're going to go back here and just change this to, just for the time being, to gray. We're going to go pick a font. This is what it's going to say, and we're going to preview the fonts. This is what's available. Let's see, what's a nice one that looks pretty good? How about, I like Hobo. So there we go. So that's what it's going to look like now in that font. And then if you're going to be putting this on a different color vehicle, like if you were putting on a silver vehicle, the black shows up pretty good. If you were putting it on a black vehicle, it wouldn't show up real good. So you could change the background, the preview background. It's only for preview purposes. And let's just say we're going to be putting it on a dark gray van. So the black on dark gray, it doesn't pop real good. So on our next thing we're going to do, see, this is where you have your fonts. The next one is the font settings. So you had the text, the font, and now the settings of the font. So here we're going to say, what would be a really good one on gray? Probably like what would yellow look like? That's just really pretty ugly though. But we could do maybe a blue. See, it's not real good. So we'll just do white for right now. So that's what it would look like. And then you can center it in here, or you can have it left side like here, it's all to the left. Actually, it put that, it took that spot in there. Let me get rid of that one spot. There we go. Okay, so now it's all to the side. I like it kind of centered. And then you've got this. Let's see, well, we could even do a few other things. We can bold it. And you don't like that font, you can change the font. You can come in here, it's real simple. And now you can see what it looks like there. You can add a border to it. For example, on the gray, you could put maybe a yellow border. Pretty hideous, but you could do that. Like that, that looks pretty nice, I like that. And then you could add a shadow to it if you wanted. You could do a drop shadow or a raised shadow. You can set how the shadow would go by just moving these different things. You can just click around and you go, oh, that's pretty cool. All right, and then special effects. Here you can change the shape of it. So like you can make it a swoop, small left, big to the right, like that. Or you can go like this. All sorts of stuff. Okay, now this is where you can save some money. When you click on the purchase, it's $19 for that, which is not too bad, but it's kind of, you know, pricey just for some letters, but it's not bad really. You can also change, like if you want a reflective vinyl, see it's now $30, or premium vinyl. I've had good luck with just a standard vinyl, but this is where you save money right here. Ready to install is $19.81 for one of them. Let's say you want two of them, one for each side of the vehicle, you're at $39.22. But if you weed it and tape it yourself, it drops down. Look at that, 26 from 39. You can save that much money. I did one, the one I'm gonna show you, and it was $50 and it dropped it down to 20. So let me show you what it looks like. So after you do this, you add it to the cart and you continue the purchase. And in about a week, you get stickers. I got my phone number covered up. Just because, whoever needs me, they know how to get a hold of me. But this is what it comes with. And it's got the weed part is you have to take off see what they do is they print it all on one thing and they cut around each letter. So I'm gonna take this off and I'll pull this first part off. So you just kind of hold the letters down and you peel the weeding off, the Chad. And some font is going to be harder to weed than other fonts. Some fonts are real simple. See, like that one's coming up right there, so just kind of hold it down. And you just keep pulling it off. And basically what you end up with is all the letters that are going to be applied to the vehicle. Let's see. And like I said, some fonts are going to be a lot more difficult than others. Some are real simple. And that's what it looks like that. So I'm gonna just finish this rest of it off camera so that the video won't be so long. So we're gonna finish that up. Yeah, okay, so basically I pulled off this part and it leaves the letters on this paper right here. But this is what the letters come out of. So you want that out. Basically, depending on the letters, you might have to pull out some of the middle stuff. Like for example, on the font, some fonts are gonna have more gaps inside of the letters and some not. This one right here, like the A, you can feel there's no cut there. On the O, there is. So this is where you gotta get a little pin or so and just pick up that little tab in there. Just like that. And you pull that, and there we go. See, just that little spot right there. And only certain letters are gonna have it. Probably the D because it's fairly big in there. So you pull that out. The O right here will have one. And there's the O. The D right here. Like that. And like this, it doesn't have one. These other ones don't. So down here, we're gonna get into like the O's down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick all these out. That right there, that little E, it's got one. I think, maybe not, no. No, it didn't have one, okay. The O right here. And the O right there. If you didn't pick them out, when you put the tape on, you'd have white there. You wouldn't have the metal, the van showing through. Okay. Sometimes little tweezers help too. So that's how you do that. So I'll finish my phone number and then I'll show you what the next step is. So stand by. I'll get to that. Gotta get the stuff off my fingers though. It's kind of like, yeah. Okay, so I weeded all the chads that come out. And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some transfer tape on it. And they recommend some masking tape. This is actually painter's tape, but there's masking tape. There's actually a product too that's called transfer tape, which is a little different, but it works the same. But I forgot to mention this. This is kind of a cool thing. It tells you how to do it. You get this in the mail with it. It tells you how to do it, but it also says, if you have any problems installing our vinyl lettering, just contact us and we'll promptly ship you a replacement at no charge. I mean, it's a great company. I mean, who's going to offer that? This is neat because you can mess this up and you think you're doing it right and you mess it up and you just call them and they say, oh, no problem, we'll take care of you. So it's a great company. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to put more of this tape over all this. And you gotta be really careful because if it touches it, it's gonna mess it up. Because if you try picking it up, this is gonna take it off of this tape, this slick stuff. So you wanna make sure that you get it lined up and you do it good. And just make sure that it goes down nice and smooth and straight, just like that. And what I like to do is line the tape up so the edge lines up with the edge of the paper right here, because it's kind of important. I'll show you when I go to install it, what I call the hinge. So you want to get this up here, kind of get it lined up. Just like that, there we go. So now, when I peel the tape off, the letters will stick to, when I pull this tape off the paper here, it'll come off, but the letters will stick to the tape. And that's how you apply it to the van. You put there, then when you put the letters back on, they'll stick to the van and not the tape. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go outside and we're gonna clean the spot off where I'm gonna install this, and I'll finish the installation. So let's go outside and take a look. So stand by. Right, so this is where I'm gonna put the lettering, and I could put on the paint, but I'm gonna put on the glass. It's easy to come off later if I want to take it off. But I need to clean I need to clean it first. So I got some denatured alcohol, and I'm gonna wipe that off. This is about where it's gonna go. I'll clean all the way over to here. So now it's nice and clean. And the next thing you need to do is, because you have it taped up like this, you gotta make sure you don't put it on upside down. So if you just hold it to the sun, you can shine through it and see where it's gonna go. Now, I talked about making a hinge. By putting the tape on here, I can lift this up and fold it down. Or, since I also have it up here, I can also just, once I peel it off here, I can lay it on there just like that and bring it down. So it's one way you can do a hinge, or this way you can just do it like this because it's parallel. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna figure out, it doesn't have to be a precise forward back, but it needs to be precisely parallel to the ground. So that's gonna be my one thing. As far as coming over to the edge, what do you think, Deb? Do you like it in line to here, or would you rather have it back in line with that little line right there?
That's good.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. So now this is where you peel off the tape off of the white paper, and you peel it back, and you can see that it pulls all the letters off, just like this. The letters stick to the painter's tape. And you just slowly peel it off. Make sure that nothing sticks to the, stays there.
And you overlapped the painter's tape so that it would all be one.
It's just one big
chunk.
One big chunk of tape there. And I can see I missed a little spot right there, but that's okay. There's a little piece of chat in there. So let me get this finished coming off the paper. Okay, so it's all off. And now I'm gonna just basically put it up there and just run that first edge just like that. That would be the hinge. And then I'll just come down and just slowly push it on in little increments like that. All right, and then just give it a good rubbing to get all the letters to stick. Like that. And then you just grab the tape here and pull it at a very sharp angle, basically straight back, so that you're going parallel to the surface you're taking it off. And pretty soon, the letters start showing up. If I use the actual transfer tape that the sign companies use, as opposed to this tape, it would work really slick. You just have to take your time, because this grabs pretty good. The transfer tape doesn't have as much grab to it. It basically has just enough grab to pull them off of the white paper. And there you can see there's one I missed right there. And that's all you have to do. We'll get the next row. I can pull this piece of tape off. It's not needed there anymore. And just keep on coming down. And like I said, there's a couple little spots that I missed because this is a very small font. Oh yeah, you can see them now. So I'll get my needle and I'll come down and I'll trim those out. But you can see where I messed up. I didn't get the E, the right here. So we'll just get a needle, I'll pop those out, and it's done. So that's all you have to do to have a nice little sign to put on the van. So now when we're parked somewhere and Spike's inside here, Spike's left in the van, we're inside a restaurant eating some nice, some dinner, I don't know, some seafood place or steak place or somewhere nice. We can't take Spike in. We can leave him out in the van. The air conditioner can be running. I've got my sensors, my monitors. I can actually monitor the van remotely. And if someone comes up and they're upset, the dog's inside the van, my phone number will be there and they can actually call us. And I can actually answer the phone. I say the temperature inside there's a 78 degrees. He's probably cooler than you are. So anyway, that's how you do it and how to save a little bit of money in the process. Weed it yourself. If you didn't weed it yourself, it would come on the transfer tape. You'd peel it off the white paper, stick it on there, and you're done. But in my situation, I went from $50 to $20. So for this lettering and that, so I saved 60%. Well worth the effort. So thanks for watching. And I have a dirty van. Boy, I gotta get this thing cleaned up for our next trip. So you have a great day. Go out, see America. It's a wonderful place. And no telling what you'll find if you look. Take care. Bye.